That's it. That's his nature. That's what he does. That's who he is. Just love. That's all he does. And it's all a free gift, isn't it? You know, he doesn't say, okay, I'll give you a little creation now if you pay me $1 million. No, he doesn't do that. He just does it, and it's free, and he's happy to do it. And those free gifts of God, that's what the word we use to describe that is called grace. That's what grace is. You know, so we Catholics typically think when we get ready to eat, up and say grace. Well, what are we doing there? Well, we're thanking God for giving us freely this gift of food which sets before us and those with whom we are eating it, and those who grew it, and those who prepared it, and so on. It's a gift, freely given, out of love. And so we say grace. That's all grace really means. God's free gifts. Okay? We good so far? You got your thinking caps on, or like that. All right. It also points out here that church is a sacrament. Okay, that's not so terribly mysterious, really. We already said Jesus is a sacrament, in a manner of speaking, right? So what's the church? Well, the church is the body of Christ. And we really are his body. You know, as we said before, I think it's been a few times back now, when St. Paul had his conversion experience on the road to Damascus. And Jesus asked him, why are you persecuting me? Not, why are you persecuting them? Why are you persecuting my church? Why are you persecuting me? That's how much of a body of his that we are, in his view. Also in the Gospel of Matthew. You know, whatever you do to one of these least ones, you do to me. Not to them, to me. It's personal to him, because he truly sees us as his body. So if Jesus is a sacrament, then the church is a sacrament. And that's actually our job as church on this earth, is to make him visible. To make Jesus, the love of God, visible. Because if it's a sacrament, that's what it does, right? All right. I remember reading a little story one time. There was a man. He was in Mother Teresa's, Saint Teresa of Calcutta. Get used to calling her the name. Saint Teresa of Calcutta's home for the dying in Calcutta, India. He went there, and he just watched what she did, sisters did. He didn't actually speak to Saint Teresa very much during the course of the day. He simply watched her. And when he left that day, do you know what he said? I know there is a God. Just from watching her. I know there is a God. That's powerful, isn't it? you could watch someone go through their day and know that there is a God. That is profound. Well, that's an example of the church, of which she certainly was a part, well, he still is for that matter. He is a part, making God visible on earth. Not that we're all Mother Teresa, but or that we're even called to be exactly what she did. But nonetheless, we each have our role, making God visible. Going back to the word sacred, the root word sacrament, holy. We're all called to that. I don't know if we touched on that when we talked about saints or not, but the call to holiness it's a call for everybody. There's no one's excluded. We're all capable of it. We're all called to it. Because God can make us, any of us, holy. If we cooperate with it, of course. Even Adolf Hitler. Pick whoever. He was not incapable of being holy. He was capable. Whether he answered the call there at the last or not, who knows, with him and God. We know he did some pretty terrible things, not denying that, of course. But that didn't mean he wasn't capable of being holy. Or, Osama bin Laden. He's capable of being holy. Believe it or not.
What about Obama?
Even Obama. Yep, even Obama. God's pretty good, though. You get the point, though, I think. So the church is also a sacrament. Okay? There are 7 particular things that the church over time came to realize were especially graced moments in people's lives. When God was making that invisible reality of himself visible in a very particular way and through particular circumstances. And so the church came to call those significant times sacraments. Okay? And there are 7 of those sacraments, which we'll begin to examine after this more closely. 3 of those sacraments are what we call sacraments of initiation. Well, you know what to initiate is, Ever been part of a ball team, you probably got initiated. Not good. If you're in a fraternity or something, or a sorority, well, you probably got initiated, We as a church don't haze anybody other than that kind of initiation. But it's initiation that means, to begin into the life of, okay? And so there are 3 sacraments of initiation. There is baptism. There is what's called confirmation, which is a strengthening and a affirming or confirming one's baptism. And then there is Eucharist, Mass. Those are the 3 sacraments of initiation. When a person has received all 3 of those, then they are fully initiated